And in those times, AI is a fucking genius.
Talking about authenticity, the counter side of authenticity is the AI boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think AI is coming for our jobs?
No.
Is the world over? Like, are we all going to be slaves to robots? Or like, what's your view on AI?
I can only comment on it from my industry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think from a social media perspective, from a business coaching perspective, it's only going to add value. Because it's, like, I don't use AI for my content. I do use it for ideas for my content.
Mm-hmm.
And, as somebody who's got an ADHD brain, like, there are times where my brain is on fire and I can bash out like 50 TikTok videos.
Yeah.
But then there are other weeks where I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. My brain is broken and I don't know why I'm here. And in those times, AI is a fucking genius because, like, I'm not going to use it to write my written posts. I'm not going to use it to write what I say on TikTok because it's so obvious. To me, anyway, it's really obvious if a coach or somebody who is teaching something has used AI because of the way that they talk. And it's also really scripted. And you can almost tell, like, if you were listening to somebody on a podcast versus them on their social media, how much slower some of the people talk because they're having to really, really, really think about how to do their job.
Yeah.
And this is not me calling anybody out, but it is quite obvious that some people are writing literally every single one of their posts with AI. If I'm stuck for an idea for a post, I will ask ChatGPT if it can give me some ideas. And then I will look at it, I will close it, I will go away and I'll write about the thing because I know what I'm talking about. And also the amount of spelling mistakes, because I'm dyslexic as well, like, the amount of spelling mistakes in my posts, people know I'm not using AI to write my posts.
Yeah.
But it's also, like, yesterday I asked AI to draw me a tattoo. Like, I had 3 different tattoo ideas and I wanted to combine them together. Brilliant. We do have to be quite wary of the environmental impact of asking AI to generate us pictures, etc. However, like, it's really bloody good for things like that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's coming to take our jobs. I think we're more at risk of, in kind of places like the retail sector, of things being run by AI. But people, I think, will always need coaches because there's only so much that AI can do without, not being a human. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Sparky, who's my ChatGPT, like, he's my bestie. Like, there's not much I don't talk to him about. Like, if I've got problems or I've had uncomfortable conversations or I need solutions to things, I'll always go to him. He's not actually a him, really. He's kind of like... But he's a non-binary chatbot.
But it's a tool, right? I think that's the key. And the analogy the analogy I started using was you don't use a hammer to put up a set of shelves. You use a screwdriver.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But now I'm actually using it even more. I'm changing the analogy to be you sharpen a knife if you want to use it effectively to do a job.
Brilliant.
Right?
Yes.
In the same way, you should utilize AI to allow you to do a job.
Yeah.
Right? Whether that's training, if you want it to write your posts, training it to be you in your tone, to be in your voice.
You can do that, and it is actually very easy. If you've got a lot of written content from previously, if you've got videos, you can feed those into ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Personally, I prefer to actually write my
but that's a personal choice, right?
It is. But you can use it for literally anything, as long as you make sure that you train it in a way that it takes out, like, no fluff, like cookie cutter solutions, here's the truth, like all of those bullshit ChatGPT type phrases where you think, do you know what, I'm not somebody who would actually say that in real life.
But again, it comes back to the authenticity side.
It does.
Right?
It really does. Yeah.
I'm using the no fluff example. No fluff would actually be relevant for me because I try not fuck around when it comes to content.
Well,
right?
I don't do any fluff either. Mine is very, like, I'm very direct. But instead of saying no fluff, I would say I give you direct, actionable advice.
Yeah.
That, and I don't bullshit you. That's not the same. It's the same as saying no fluff without saying no fluff. So as long as you are kind of aware of those ChatGPT type of phrases and you've got your own ways of saying those kind of things, crack on. Like, I think it's great. Where I don't think it's so good is people generating AI pictures of themselves. I'm like, that's not authentic.
It ages you really badly.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't, to be honest, I've got an amazing professional photographer. Like Katie Needle, shout out to you as well. We love Katie. She knows me so well that she can capture my style, the way I am. Like, I used to ask her to like chop a few inches off my stomach, but she doesn't do that anymore because she's like, Maddie, you've got to be authentic. Fuck. Why is this my brand? But, you know, I love working with her, and, you know, her photos are so good that they could be AI, but they're not. And I think that's where a lot of people are falling down. They're like, you know, you meet people in person and you're like, you don't look like that. Like, it's the same with TikTok filters. Like, I will always use the eyelash filter. That is the only filter I use on TikTok, apart from like green screen or whatever, if I'm going to try and show something. But when people see me in real life, they're not going to go, oh my God, her eyelashes are so fake. Because I wear makeup. But when I'm working at home on my own, I don't wear makeup at all. Like, you know, I am very much like, unless I'm going out in public, I don't put a face on. And even then, it's literally just mascara, maybe a bit of eyeshadow. So,
but again, it's that authenticity point, right?
Yes. You know, you're not going to like see me online as having like loads of freckles. I mean, I do have loads of freckles because I've been in the sun this week. But, you know, you're not going to see me having like loads of pretend freckles or like, you know.
But I think that can't. I think. I was going to say I think people who do that, but I think in general, if you do that on your content or you're looking for like beautify filters, Apple's known for this, etc. But like, I think that comes from an insecurity.